followed one motto in my boxing career, one motto, I really did. He who hits and runs away lives to fight another day.
Willie Pep was not just a champion, he was a philosopher of boxing. Known as one of the greatest defensive fighters of all time, Pep believed boxing was about intelligence, rhythm, balance, and survival. He famously said that hitting without being hit was the highest form of the sport. When Willie Pep spoke about the fighters he admired most, he didn't praise raw power or knockouts alone.
This is the 190th fight in his long career, beaten only 6 times.
He respected fighters who understood timing, positioning, and mental control. These 10 boxers, in Pep's eyes, represented the purest expression of boxing mastery. 1. Sugar Ray Robinson. To Willie Pep, Sugar Ray Robinson was the closest thing to perfection boxing has ever seen. Robinson possessed everything: speed, power, balance, timing, and instinct. Pep admired how Robinson could dominate a fight without forcing the action. Robinson's footwork allowed him to glide effortlessly, staying in perfect position to attack or defend at any moment. What impressed Pep most was Robinson's adaptability. If an opponent tried to box, Robinson outboxed them. If they tried to fight inside, Robinson punished them with precision. He could end fights suddenly or control them round by round. Pep believed Robinson understood rhythm better than anyone, using feints and angles to break opponents down mentally before doing so physically. Robinson also carried himself like a champion. Pep respected his confidence and discipline, both inside and outside the ring. To Pep, Robinson wasn't just the greatest fighter. He was the standard by which all boxers should be measured. 2. Muhammad Ali. Willie Pep saw a piece of himself in Muhammad Ali. Ali moved like a lightweight, trapped in a heavyweight's body, defying everything boxing believed possible at the time. Pep admired Ali's footwork, head movement, and ability to make opponents miss by inches. Ali didn't rely on blocking punches, he avoided them altogether. Pep respected Ali's ring intelligence. Ali could sense momentum shifts instantly and adjust his tactics mid-fight. Whether dancing at range or leaning on the ropes, Ali always remained mentally engaged. Pep also admired Ali's courage outside the ring, believing Ali elevated boxing into something greater than sport. To Pep, Ali proved that speed, intelligence, and confidence could overcome size and power. Ali embodied boxing as performance art, controlled chaos, executed with brilliance. 3. Archie Moore. Archie Moore earned Willie Pep's respect as one of the smartest fighters in history. Moore didn't rush fights. He studied opponents, gathered information, and patiently waited for mistakes. Pep admired Moore's ability to conserve energy while still applying pressure. Moore's defense was subtle but effective. He blocked, rolled, and slipped punches just enough to stay safe while setting traps. Pep respected how Moore could turn defense into offense in an instant. Moore's longevity also impressed Pep. Fighting at an elite level well into his later years proved the value of intelligence over athleticism. To Pep, Archie Moore represented the thinking fighter, calm, patient, and deadly when opportunity appeared. 4. Joe Louis. Joe Louis symbolized discipline and technical perfection. Willie Pep admired Louis's flawless fundamentals. Every punch Louis threw was balanced, precise, and purposeful. Pep respected how Louis stayed calm under pressure, never panicking or wasting movement. Louis didn't rely on speed or flash. He relied on timing and accuracy. Pep believed Louis showed that simplicity, when mastered, could be devastating. His straight punches, especially his right hand, were delivered with textbook form. Pep also admired Louis's humility and professionalism. Louis carried the responsibility of being a champion with dignity. To Pep, Joe Louis proved that greatness comes from preparation, control, and respect for the craft. 5. Ezard Charles. Charles impressed Willie Pep with his versatility and intelligence. Charles could box beautifully from distance or fight effectively inside. Pep admired Charles's smooth footwork and calm demeanor. Charles never looked rushed. He always seemed one step ahead. Pep respected Charles's adaptability. Against different opponents, Charles changed tactics without losing composure. He didn't rely on brute force, instead using angles and timing to outmaneuver opponents. Pep believed Charles was one of the most underrated technicians in boxing history. To Pep, Ezzard Charles represented quiet excellence, a fighter who let skill speak louder than reputation. 6. Benny Leonard. Benny Leonard was a master of ring control, and Willie Pep admired that deeply. Leonard fought with intelligence and patience, rarely taking unnecessary risks. Pep admired Leonard's ability to dictate pace and distance, keeping opponents exactly where he wanted them. Leonard understood how to win rounds, not just exchanges. He built victories systematically, wearing opponents down mentally and physically. Pep believed Leonard exemplified boxing as a chess match, where each move mattered. To Pep, Benny Leonard represented the pure science of boxing: thoughtful, disciplined, and precise. 7. Sandy Sadler. Despite being rivals, Willie Pep held deep respect for Sandy Sadler. Sadler was awkward, relentless, and dangerous. Pep admired Sadler's toughness and refusal to be intimidated. Sadler forced Pep to elevate his own skills to survive. Pep respected Sadler's ability to impose his will. Sadler's style wasn't pretty, but it was effective. He understood how to disrupt rhythm and force mistakes. Pep believed that great rivals define greatness, and Sadler did exactly that. To Pep, Sadler represented the reality of boxing: unpredictable, brutal, and unforgiving. 8. Jake LaMotta. Jake LaMotta earned Pep's admiration for his durability and relentless pressure. LaMotta absorbed punishment and kept moving forward. Pep respected LaMotta's stamina and mental toughness. LaMotta didn't rely on speed or finesse. He relied on grit and determination. Pep admired how LaMotta refused to break, even under extreme pressure. To Pep, LaMotta represented the warrior spirit, a fighter who survives through willpower alone. 9. Kid Gavilan. Kid Gavilan fascinated Willie Pep because of his creativity and rhythm inside the ring. Gavilan fought with an unpredictable style that made opponents uncomfortable from the opening bell. Pep admired how Gavilan used footwork, angles, and sudden bursts of offense to disrupt his opponent's timing. Gavilan didn't fight in straight lines. He circled, pivoted, and attacked from unexpected positions. Pep respected Gavilan's ability to blend defense with offense. Gavilan would slip a punch and counter immediately, often before his opponent realized they had missed. His movement wasn't wasteful. Every step had purpose. Pep believed Gavilan's ring IQ allowed him to control fights without overwhelming force. What Pep admired most was Gavilan's confidence. He trusted his instincts and wasn't afraid to express himself inside the ring. To Pep, Gavilan showed that boxing could be both effective and artistic. He represented creativity within discipline, proving that intelligence and imagination could coexist in elite-level boxing. 10. Tony Canzoneri. Tony Canzoneri was a fighter Willie Pep admired for his intelligence, discipline, and longevity. Pep believed Canzoneri represented what it meant to be a professional boxer in every sense of the word. Canzoneri didn't rely on raw power or flashy techniques. Instead, he relied on positioning, timing, and a deep understanding of distance. Pep respected how Canzoneri always appeared calm in the ring, never rushing his work or wasting energy. What stood out to Pep was Canzoneri's ability to manage long fights. He knew when to press forward and when to pull back, conserving energy while still controlling the pace. Canzoneri's footwork allowed him to stay balanced, which helped him throw clean punches without exposing himself defensively. Pep often pointed out that Canzoneri rarely got caught off guard because he was always mentally engaged. To Pep, Canzoneri represented consistency and respect for the craft. He was a fighter who prepared thoroughly, executed his plan, and trusted his fundamentals. Pep admired that Canzoneri's success came from repetition, patience, and professionalism, qualities Pep believed every great boxer must possess. Willie Pep's favorite boxers shared one thing in common: mastery of the art. They didn't rely on chaos or luck. They relied on intelligence, discipline, and control. Pep's list reminds us that boxing, at its highest level, is not just about power. It's about thinking, surviving, and mastering oneself.